Apart from that, open say one near man person we full container, yenji container amount and also your born home morning, your betty container amount. We container you know person you near man no see amount agent or better you near man affordable amount. Won't your problem. Won't your problem, bra. And she say yeah, clearing in the unia, say your container na unia, say oh person oh yeah your friend say CBM and I say assorted whatever the other come out for them only at church and ya come up ya can move near the ya bane banu bia be panedia and go baby I say Collins Cargo Shipping Services. Collins Cargo Shipping Service. But your number no is 0548. Your WhatsApp number 0548 562711 0548 562711 and now 0201 711 328 0201 711 328. So pay China number and so plus 861 60 8515 86.
Collins Cargo, business is easy.
You buying you Darland, probably Darland, on your warehouse now. Namia Daroma, your die customers are only a year human from Impincha baby. Namia dom or Shababy Jinea, and you may good idea a year Ghana for Omoniama, Omodia Bassa and Ship and Fanco Ghana and Fa Emma. And do you be any defa, Machine Melimua, concern Yama, Brunei, Christmas Eve, Christmas Yama, and a customer's in the Abassa, Tidia Damasi. After years out on Zadia Prem more pay shipping, China, several US, several UK, we are self and baby, bigger Ghana, maybe our Tonyama, now pay company or ship at the amount, Abagana, the amateur. And for baby, I say, Collins Cargo Shipping Services. Apart from the shipment, you know, see the opposite of China, the opposite of China, the American mama, and also you need to market at the amount. I'm a when you're affordable and also so be good quality. Utoma, you're the talk, I'm a when you're facility. Nti the actually a customer in that say and should be mentioned for name or more than any Collins Cargo Shipping Service. The answer would be near Manofa, would you ding kete any one number a big book. So Kumasi na wa ya the bebro. Chakra na wa ya the bebro. Young Kwane shipping company. Who Kumasi ya the Yama brewa untialo refe. The warehouse ewo Accra Achimota Old Station. And a Kumasi so your friends a ditch and so your Kumasi ditch and so cool from the whole and I will. You want something in Manaba. Yeah, Tons Afro say, we are do Branaba Bepa, Jessica from Accra to massive. Yes, shipping service there, and I say, yeah, once at that home is CBM 250 pay, 250 pay. Say, apart from that, open so one, your man so a full container, Yenji container amount, and also your born home morning, your betty container amount. You container, you know, person in your man, your amount agent, or better in your man, affordable amount. Own your problem. Won't your problem, bra. And she say, yeah, clearing in the unia, say you container the unia, say, oh, person, oh, yeah, your friend say, CBM, and I say, assorted, whatever, the other come out for them, only at church and ya come up, ya can move near the Bane, Banu, Bia Panedia, and go baby, I say, Collins Cargo Shipping Services. Collins Cargo Shipping Service. But your number no is 0548, your WhatsApp number 0548 562711. 0548 562711 and now 0201 711 328 0201 711 328. So pay China number and so plus 861 60 8515 86.
Collins Cargo, business is easy.
You buying you Darland, probably Darland, on your warehouse now. Namia Daroma. Your die customers are only a year human from Impincha baby. Namiadom or Shababy Jinea, and you may good idea a year Ghana for Omoniama, Omodia Bassa and Ship and Fanco Ghana and Fa Emma. And do you be any defa, Machine Melimua, concern Yama, Brunei, Christmas Eve, Christmas Yama, and a customer's in the Abassa, Tidia Damasi. A few years out on Zadia Prem more pay shipping. China, several US, several UK, we are self and baby, bigger Ghana, maybe our Tonyama, now pay company or ship at the amount, Abagana, the amateur. And for baby, I say, Collins Cargo Shipping Services. Apart from the shipment, you know, see the opposite of China, the opposite of China, the American mama, and also you need to market at the amount. I'm a when you're affordable and also so be good quality. Utoma, you're the talk, I'm a when you're facility. nti deɛ ɛka kyerɛ customers ndane sɛ ɛnhwɛ bɛkumanhwɛ nipa ne mmom ɔmmɔden ne Collins Cargo Shipping Service yɛn sɛ wode nneɛma no fa wode wo din kɛkɛ ɛne wo number ɛbɛgu ho sɛ Kumase na wo a yɛde bɛbrɛ wo Chakrade na wo a yɛde bɛbrɛ wo yɛn nko ara ne shipping company a wo Kumase a yɛde nneɛma brɛ wo a wontua lɔre fɛ yɛde warehouse ɛwɔ Accra Achimota Old Station ana Kumase nso so no yɛwɔ yɛfrɛ sɛ Dichem so yɛwɔ Kumase Dichem so Kofum ɛhɔ ɛna yɛwɔ odi ɛno ano sɛ wode nneɛma no bɛba yɛ ato nsa frɛ wo sɛ nneɛma no bɛdu bra na ba bɛpa wontua sika from Accra to Kumase yɛ shipping service anaasɛ yɛboɔ nso ɛda fam CBM 250 pɛ wontua ahwɛ biem 250 pɛ sɛ apart from that wopɛ sɛ wowɔ nneɛma no apɛ sɛ woyɛ full container yɛngye container ɛma wa ɛno nso yɛbɔ ho mmɔden yɛbɛgye container ma wo wogye container no wie na wopɛ sɛ yɛnyi nneɛma no so yɛbɛma wo agent a ɔbɛsan yi nneɛma no affordable amount a wonya problem a wonya problem bra nti sɛ yɛ clearing na wohia sɛ yɛ container na wohia sɛ wopɛ sɛ woyɛ yɛfrɛ ne sɛ CBM anaasɛ assorted wode yɛde bɛka amanfoɔ nneɛma ho ne yɛakyekyɛkyekyɛ ne yɛakama yɛaka bo ne yɛde yɛaba ne yɛba na obi abɛpa ne deɛ a ɛnkɔ baabiara sɛ Collins Cargo Shipping Services Collins Cargo Shipping Service Pacho your number no is 0548 your WhatsApp number 0548 562711 0548 562711 and now 0201 711 328 0201 711 328 so pay China number and so plus 861 60 8515 86
Collins Cargo business is easy.
Yawo banyo Dalan the probably Dalan ɛhɔ na warehouse no na me adaroma yɛda customers a woni yɛ adwuma from impinhyia bebebe ni na me adom ɔhwɛ baabi a yɛgyina yɛ a ɛdeɛma egu ha nyinaa ɛyɛ Ghana ho a ɔmo nneɛma ɔmo de aba sɛ yɛn hyɛpo ɛmfa nkɔ Ghana ɛmfa ɛma wɔn nti wohwɛ benkum ɛne nifa a makyi ne m'anim a ɔnsɛ nneɛma wɔ ha paa bronya yi Christmas yi Christmas nneɛma ɛna customers na de aba sa ebi ɛda mo ase afei so yɛsan to nsa de aprɛ mo a mo pɛ shipping ɛwɔ China sɛ wo US sɛ wo UK wiase afa na baabi a odi gwa wɔ Ghana na ebi a watɔ nneɛma na wo pɛ company a wɔbɛhyɛ ɛde ama aba Ghana ne pamokyɛw ɛmfa baabi a sɛ Collins Cargo Shipping Services apart from the shipment no sɛ ebi a wopɛ sɛ wɔtɔ adeɛ China ebi a wopɛ sɛ wɔtɔ China deɛ ɛnhwɛ ma ɛno nso yɛn tumi ahwɛ ɛde ama wanya na affordable and also so wobɛnya ne good quality a wotɔn a yɛbɛtɔ ama wanya ɛfa so bebree nti deɛ ɛka kyerɛ customers ndane sɛ ɛnhwɛ bɛkumanhwɛ nipa ne mmom ɔmmɔden ne Collins Cargo Shipping Service yɛn sɛ wode nneɛma no fa wode wo din kɛkɛ ɛne wo number ɛbɛgu ho sɛ Kumase na wo a yɛde bɛbrɛ wo Chakrade na wo a yɛde bɛbrɛ wo yɛn nko ara ne shipping company a wo Kumase a yɛde nneɛma brɛ wo a wontua lɔre fɛ yɛde warehouse ɛwɔ Accra Achimota Old Station ana Kumase nso so no yɛwɔ yɛfrɛ sɛ Dichem so yɛwɔ Kumase Dichem so Kofum ɛhɔ ɛna yɛwɔ odi ɛno ano sɛ wode nneɛma no bɛba yɛ ato nsa frɛ wo sɛ nneɛma no bɛdu bra na ba bɛpa wontua sika from Accra to Kumase yɛ shipping service anaasɛ yɛboɔ nso ɛda fam CBM 250 pɛ wontua ahwɛ biem 250 pɛ sɛ apart from that wopɛ sɛ wowɔ nneɛma no apɛ sɛ woyɛ full container yɛngye container ɛma wa ɛno nso yɛbɔ ho mmɔden yɛbɛgye container ma wo wogye container wie na wopɛ sɛ yɛnyi nneɛma no so yɛbɛma wo agent a ɔbɛsan yi nneɛma no affordable amount a wonya problem a wonya problem bra nti sɛ yɛ clearing na wohia sɛ yɛ container na wohia sɛ wopɛ sɛ woyɛ yɛfrɛ ne sɛ CBM anaasɛ assorted wode yɛde bɛka amanfoɔ nneɛma ho ne yɛakyekyɛkyekyɛ ne yɛaka bo ne yɛde yɛaba ne yɛba na obi abɛpa ne deɛ a ɛnkɔ baabiara sɛ Collins Cargo Shipping Services Collins Cargo Shipping Service Pacho your number no is 0548 your WhatsApp number 0548 562711 0548 562711 and now 0201 711 328 0201 711 328 so pay China number and so plus 861 60 8515 86
Collins Cargo business is easy.
Yawo banyo Dalan the probably Dalan ɛhɔ na warehouse no na me adaroma yɛda customers a woni yɛ adwuma from impinhyia bebebe ni na me adom ɔhwɛ baabi a yɛgyina yɛ a ɛdeɛma egu ha nyinaa ɛyɛ Ghana ho a ɔmo nneɛma ɔmo de aba sɛ yɛn hyɛpo ɛmfa nkɔ Ghana ɛmfa ɛma wɔn nti wohwɛ benkum ɛne nifa a makyi ne m'anim a concern yema wo bro nyai Christmas yi Christmas yema and customers na di abasa ti dia damase afesu yesa to nsa dia pre mo a mo pe shipping wo China se wo US se wo UK biase afa na ba bia o di ga wo Ghana na bia wato nyema na wo pe company o be ship e dey amount abagana na pamacho emfa ba bia say Collins Cargo Shipping Services apart from the shipment say bia o pesa wo pa dey China bia o pesa wo to China dey enhwe mama and also you need to match e dey amount ama when you're affordable and also so be the good quality utonwa ye beto ama when you're fast be nti dey ka tire customer fi dan say enhwe be mention pa ne mum omode ne Collins Cargo Shipping Services and say wo dey ne ma no fa wo dey din keke ene wo number e be bukun ti kumase na wo a ye dey bebrel chakra de na wo a ye dey bebrel ye nko an shipping company a wo kumase a ye dey nyama brewa untua lorry fe the warehouse ewo Accra Achimota Old Station ana kumase so so no yewo ye friend say ditchen so ye kumase ditchen so ko from yebo ena yewo so ye one say woni nyama na beba ya to nsa frɛ wo say wo nyama na bidu brana ba beba untie sika from Accra to ye kumase ye shipping service and I say ye bo so eda from ECBM 250 pe untie ahwediem 250 pe say apart from that wo pese wo nyama na pese wo ye full container ye nji container emawa eno nso ye bo ho modern ye beti container ma udi container bi na pese ye ni nyama no so ye be ma agent a obesan yi nyama no affordable amount wonya problem
Premo ato my ade share me mo bibiara han mama kwa bakese ejaba Ashanti Prime TV so emrason sense ma mensa kan wo man Ghana ne amahodo so ni edikan edit yosemufo aso no so ro akrochi edi agu krata so edi amama ne mede ba besom mo se Prime Maria Premotobre Kasiebo ne so ma mese eda so a ewo bronya na wachi mu tie be koso amu bibiara efishi apanyankopon emwa obi na afi 2026 aye beremi erade enyo obi akoma so ade emfa emano ense mewe mede ba besomo e Kasiebo kwan so ne dosi ye ne edi makuti ni bi enye eye don kuma mrashibedje fie ye onmunyamfo kwaji opon kroma eye mrashibedje ni edi mofo ase ayirbi ene wagina don kuma mrashibedje fie nyina na emu edi nsem bi ato abontane sanso ne ebepie mu e wa Ashanti mantem ho se ye konfo no teaching hospital mpenifo binum a e wo honom de ona magistrate de ato mpenifo anim Ashanti Regional Minister Dr. Frank Amoakonhini de afutisem sonko akwadi amamabu na wo man Ghana ha se nsem we ene nsem awodo pie kanam de ba besom se ye Prime Maria Premotobre Kasiebo mi amaje pene de area Kasiebo ba besom edi o hia me abontina be bo no maje wo ene mes na officers mi chama hotel abasisia
yewo banyo Darlan the probably Darlan na your warehouse na wo nyamya daroma ye dai customers oni ye adwuma from Kasiebo bebe nyamya dom ohwe ba bia yigina ya ene me hu ha nyina eye Ghana ho a omo niema omo dia basa ye nhyepo emfa nko Ghana emfa ema wo ndo hwe de nkum ene difa machiri melimu a concern niema wo bro nyai Christmas yi Christmas niema and customers na di abasa ti dia damase afesu yesa to nsa dia pre mo a mo pe shipping wo China se wo US se wo UK biase afa na ba bia o di ga wo Ghana na bia wato niema na wo pe company o be ship e dey amount abagana na pamacho emfa ba bia say Collins Cargo Shipping Services apart from the shipment say bia o pesa wo pa dey China bia o pesa wo to China dey enhwe mama and also you need to match e dey amount ama when you're affordable and also so be the good quality utonwa ye beto ama when you're fast be nti dey ka tire customer fi dan say enhwe be mention pa ne mum omode ne Collins Cargo Shipping Services and say wo dey ne ma no fa wo dey din keke ene wo number e be bukun ti kumase na wo a ye dey bebrel chakra de na wo a ye dey bebrel ye nko an shipping company a wo kumase a ye dey nyama brewa untua lorry fe the warehouse ewo Accra Achimota Old Station ana kumase so so no yewo ye friend say ditchen so ye kumase ditchen so ko from yebo ena yewo so ye one say woni nyama na beba ya to nsa frɛ wo say wo nyama na bidu brana ba beba untie sika from Accra to ye kumase ye shipping service and I say ye bo so eda from ECBM 250 pe untie ahwediem 250 pe say apart from that wo pese wo nyama na pese wo ye full container ye nji container emawa eno nso ye bo ho modern ye beti container ma udi container bi na pese ye ni nyama no so ye be ma agent a obesan yi nyama no affordable amount wonya problem wonya problem bra enti say ye clearing na wonya say ye container na wonya say o pese wo ye friend say CBM and I say assorted. Whatever the other come up for them, only at church and ya come move near the Yabani, Banu, Yabapanadia, and go baby. I say, Collins Cargo Shipping Services. Collins Cargo Shipping Service. But your number no A is 0548. Your WhatsApp number 0548 562711. 0548 562711. And now 0201 711 328. 0201 711 328. So pay China number and so plus 861 60 8515 86.
Collins Cargo, business is easy.
Your Banyu, Darlan, probably Darlan, a warehouse now. Namia Daroma, your customers are only a year Juman from Kasiebo baby. Namia dom or share baby each year, and you may good idea.
Say and more brave very mammy for Kasiebo in Tremo and so more. And when the Munyan folk or Joe upon Cremon, a massive Jenny Edmore for say Erubi, nay, Wajina a year don't come on massive Fienne, Macassa, Ediatua Bonten say. So what do any bupan a Camia say a year Ghana gold board, gold no maton be Abocabe say 300 million. I name was to say a Ghana gold board up and no down no young Munyan for a year some Jane for one share. We more contact and from my Ghana Adishi and say, I don't come on my shabby fee, is a good and a idea waboka, a year kabu grown wabody among my Ghana.
It's about $300 million by the end of this year. 214 million in losses under the Gold for Reserve scheme is just 9 months. But there are a few other issues under that we want to draw your attention to as part of our preliminary remarks. First is to explain to you how these losses are being occasioned. Small-scale miners will not sell unless they are paid true global market prices, even if a slight discount is given to them, and at an exchange rate which the forex bureaus use. Second, the gold board therefore has to pay miners at real market value. However, Gold Board then sells the dollars it receives from offshore buyers back to the Bank of Ghana at the BOG or interbank rate, which is a weaker rate. Gold Board protects its books by passing the exchange rate losses directly onto the Bank of Ghana. So this is not a market fluctuation problem. This is a system that is designed to make losses and for the state to bleed, so intermediaries will remain secure and profitable. For those of you who recall, when the Gold Board Act was being passed, we extensively outlined why the regulator should be decoupled from a commercial entity that could do this and make profit. And you recall that we suggested that it would be better to have a limited liability company with capital so that this doesn't happen. This is exactly what has happened now. And so far, $214 million of loss, going towards $300 million by the end of the year. The third issue that we want to draw your attention to. This is not how the original structure of the Gold for Reserves program was designed. Now let's remind the nation about what the original structure was. It was a sovereign reserve building tool to help Ghana accumulate physical gold, strengthen our balance sheet, reduce reliance on foreign currency borrowing, and gradually stabilize the cedi. Under the original design, which was introduced by the NPP, Ghana's reserves increased from 8.7 tons to 31 tons in just 2 years. and no losses accrued because BOG bought physical gold directly for its reserves and not through intermediaries like some of who we have outlined, and not for speculative purposes. Now the model has been changed contrary to the advice and all the advocacy that we did. And the Bank of Ghana, under the new structure, under the reset, they have ceded their mandate to the Gold Board, and Gold Board has also ceded to a private company, Bower Rock Limited, which now operates primarily as a trading company, not a reserve builder. And the moment we shift from holding strategic gold to trading gold, pricing and FX risks will appear. And the taxpayer in the end is the one who has to pay the $300 million at the end of the year. Now, despite unprecedented volumes of gold passing through Gold Board, our reserves have increased only from 31 tons.
Additional by Beto Kasiebo is why I GMU ASHANTI Mansemo, Confano Teaching Hospital, and no copium or Honmea, Diam Penny for I owe one of John or Mother's ready at 10 penny for most chairman. I oh my God has say a year man temu a year dunsiano. So then she will go a emu a year do. Yes, I yet 13 regions and I ever confirm teaching hospital beje a Irish and I come here say ya now ya nipa benya than yana and why I drink a cry sense ya any panel a bruso one a yarin doors in pa a woman me was in the padas in penny for and ye do mother's ready air trust a year sharp within some so and I feel so sentimental for Dr. Frank I'm walking in and penny for who will be a came so best rest a confirm teaching hospital. Wasaya baby, Rasun so my Ghana, yes, sir, a year confirmed teaching hospital, yes, son.
From emergency, some may go to the theater, some may from there go to the ward. But if you need to be sent to the ward, meanwhile, the bed on which you are going to occupy is already being occupied by somebody, it means that we cannot send you to the ward. So it leads to the theaters getting congested. It delays because patients who are supposed to go to theater, yes, you have theater bed, but afterwards they have to go to recovery. That cannot be done. So it trickles down, and the final thing leads to the theaters getting congested. It delays because patients who are supposed to go to theater, yes, you have theater bed, but afterwards they...
Sir, I feel a corner na a jume biat nas in Ubua Conta. Say, I fear you see no need you may do a coye, and I say, Uncle Yen and I'm so, and a copium, a wet if you do man say more, and is a manucuno, and penny for being more honor meshia. I thought to a general Buaconta, I share say a year egg can call a fear, and I say a few more any. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Yedinit now, so say Ghana Mampanino. Need you may no aquasena face or to ask Rajane, as Rajane Asher Quay of a fast war, and I say Copano. Rashi be your fear, Acunia now, best signs to any baby, Eddie Acania, or 1 year after 2028 about one.
As I was saying, we are entering the new year. What is it that NDC is taking into next year that will make us more strong to be able to capture more seats and have political dominance within this corridor? The time has come for us to be grateful to His Excellency the President that either to District Assembly's Common Fund was just for 4 years, now our 1 year allocation. More money is coming to our district.
No, what's now, Kunya, our more damangu, and they were a young church, you made dear Mamma Bunua. A woman 8 won't when I want Casa the fat a yen pony and no home. And they are coming as a CBB edge red, which is the abundance and it's any young man. A bit to minima, which in a home crane and is a water. And a yoko few more down and one and months now, when you dear for 2 cents from Quaco. A dear mamma Buna or Honum says, oh, Mabunasa or share. Nasa that she be an answer be pepper busy when you stop a sort by a penny be that she be and Nasa any bonnet among a Mabuni binum dom, assume. Or best will be our entry home in free home.
Cabre, Magua, you live on Caman, and you live more yaso. I'm for command, book up Pivo. Godruna Mukapo, and yes, I am to Mofu. To Amuso, I come about Lukufu, Nuka Winuna, Kamasa, Amuso, come Kalana, Tafe Yalra Songuto, Tal Kanti, Antika Ambayo, Cabre.
Yes, Cabre.
Makal Ruan and Rarai.
Mukul Ramuna Ray.
Alrenaso. Brandy, moved in the Muka.
And no Kwesiada and a better abontene. Say a China more I will Amasamine, if I eduregu. Amanima bebre, a say am and pimpins, Nipaminu, a prayer will go Yarisabia, a Jayarishan, and I'm so a Marco Piemu, a Wagawa, Tabaton Pesua, so I mention Cratch, a Wahonum. A young Munyan for John Desmond, so and then in penny for a copy, I was China more. I wore Amasamine, no coy, and would you move a queen who say, and say to be a China more, I wore Amasamine woman. I was able to Nancy see a cost on us one in penny for no, in Yan Sakai and Sankayaba community and San as a China more. Ever since I shall see Eddie Juma, I shall see.
Yesterday evening around 6 p.m., I had a call informing me about the collapse. A section of the China Mall caved in. So as early as possible, we visited the site, and then this morning I delegated our NADMO officers and the police as well. We informed them, and they went there. Afterwards, a section of Works Department, Physical Planning, Environmental Health, including myself and the MP, our Member of Parliament, we also paid a visit to the China Mall to do a thorough feasibility. The idea of going to the China Mall, for me, is not only about the collapse. It gave me an opportunity to visit all the departments, all the floors, and the entire space to make a holistic decision concerning health and safety. So when we visited it, we realized that yes, it is true. It is caved in, and there were 2 serious casualties. However, they are all alive, which we are very happy about. So as quickly as possible, the MUSEC, which is the Municipal Security Council, met, and we had to review and evaluate whatever was had happened. And MUSEC took a decision to temporarily halt operations. So we have asked China Mall to stop operations temporarily until further notice. Our structural engineer has also studied the building regarding enforcement, and we're going to give them recommendations, and they have to comply. As soon as they comply, we are happy to give them the opportunity to reopen. I would also like to...
Ashanti Mountain Musa for Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank, and Marco and so the system strong. Aqua Ediaman Babunu, so we have a bunu. Nancy is when you super so pursue ye a wabraboom, and I saw Pessoa a year penny pat or my gun has said that she be a diano bestery, say ye no bonity to do any red. That red, yes, Susani, a cast a red house, a red means stop and so any dear red, you can't wait in a hole. Now, or the best lesson of bet you won't, a dear free sunny marine.
Young, na energy ni wa na ye try the say can ye ma M1 Nipaduano. Enu bi titu enemrem e red. Yesu ananke ye can red, that red means stop. Anabwa. E the outcome red nanka uhu a. E just jai enom na stages of addiction no started with experiments. Experiment ni say when we so obi enum bi na opese ohu adekodi etuem. Unya try open the first time no hu so ye. E wo wa no asa try e be kakra na fedie. Opese wani nye, opese oye bibia. Now the hu shim. Now socially you are becoming dependent on it to function. After bedroom time be no one no mo na wo ho e yo basabasa. Na epiepia say konom. E one dey na say you are totally dependent on it. And the do stage now. You be you preoccupy free and no, you be withdrawal syndrome. It means how I want you to my fefe and why you're weak and all that. And the do stage, you are not with the year and you die and I had thing. A drew baby, dear, then completely no. What about substance use disorder? I actually say, what dear? Say, a drone one, no more. Dear Bayo. Meanwhile, your boss, Nessa and Nettie. Over through any of these stages, the here to is always seeking for help. Seeking for help, 50% of the solution. So, what you have to know is a baby, I would drew there. I was so be a day, wow. So, be so everyone dear, and Uncle Paya, Dom, your training, psychologists, psychiatrists, medical doctors, nurses, or mutimi bois, no mutimi Jew free, sir, a year edunum. And no it's doing in a rehab center here day. Ever home. Tiabada rehab center, a young penny for a dam, but damasi. Some mamma acquainted to say na and go forward to me do a moba. No more Bible said a bedroom free a substance use disorder. Me by a regional minister, your area be war, Kumasi Fifi, why a friend of Tinker Island. O correct Tinker Islander, a one and nipper, and so trouble for condemn, because the way she in a year. You will be our best or condemn. Aha, and the embassy bear condemn the I am for rain to marvel for say. We are brand or your baba, or body in a bit more function, we hear Drobia, Nadia Casa, and Nadia Jumana, I open a whole withdrawal syndrome. I see a shaman cry say, Muhammad home by and Muhammad rehabilitation center.
Additional invite to us to Ewodum Judgment, Kwama in Ghana has a year Ghana National Fire Service. And penny for ornaments to the Cocobo, Aquadia, my Ghana this year. Binum. Say, Sebi, Jato baby, Nancy Warfare, a fire service for, say, we him why. And where a fire service for about be true honor Mariano. Now, this year be no honor essence to air to wash a fire service for instance, so best way. Sani money in a year rather for one should 2025, you know, one firm, a year 2026.
Of late, when we go to emergency scenes and other assignments, the community of which we are serving them, they will in turn maybe attack it. The recent one, an officer was stabbed while he was performing his mandate. So management thought it wise that we should go to the community in the form of route march and educate the people that we are there for them. And the things that they are running away from, we are facing it to solve their challenge for them. And when we come and you attack us to the extent that you stab us, then we don't know where we are heading towards to. Management are taking decision on that. Outcome comes with the kids. So I'm sure when the outcome comes.
Also for Shama, who was in some so you when for some local to a black on Korean and Mashibijani, Edima, a enough to about so impetuous. Any Wakasa, a dear Guabo Antony says, yes, she said, the Indies are many couldn't say, yes, share a young woman's and so nothing shall say, Yahoo Waka, a carbon no do one, I call a young Melbourne one edge, they say, a Melbourne and they water tea. Or more to say, yes, so a young Elpoma who is Jima, Yenny Rabbit, over near Boa Gana, come and said in the end, you see a man you could, a Boa mine.
Products of the basic school system, you are holding your own in our various tertiary institutions. And I can confirm to you that one of your predecessors, who is the first aeronautical engineer that Northdown has produced, has graduated with the first class. And we were with her yesterday in Bato. Interestingly, her birthday, my wife gave her a treat. She is going to be sponsored again by my office to the United States to pursue her master's in aeronautical engineering. So I'm really, really proud of you all. We are producing engineers, we are producing lawyers, we are producing aeronautical engineers, we are producing future MPs who will take over from me because I'll be retiring soon, and then future ministers, future presidents, future teachers who will come and help us to maintain the high standards that we are laying over here. So keep making me proud. I am always excited to hand out these scholarships. So these are cash amounts. When you get it, please don't be tempted. No diversions. Go straight to your institutions and pay the fees. And as we do it, send the Honorable DC the evidence of payment. If you want to receive another round of scholarship, make sure your evidence of payment is with us. If we don't see the evidence of payment, then you know you are disqualifying yourself for the next academic year. But I trust all of you. So far, you have all been very loyal, very committed, and very law-abiding. So God bless you all. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. And I like the fact that we have a good number of females in the selection. So let me especially congratulate the females.
Honorable Eric Afo. Nene, Wajina Air Don Mashibi Fina name. Edin Saint Bisebi Air Court Ediamon Munyan for Kojo upon Cromana Finso. Air Don Kume or Mashibi Fina so pursue Pisa. Say, a camera say you want some walkie cane in so ever gold board and sense me and Mujina Bontanambeka say a year 200 and a year $14 and I say $1 million and I addition Mujina baby say a year $300 million and I robust the sense some more can a year native na for now Omunjal propaganda and as so my Ghana equi you be any agena. Na NPP amanyuku na na said don kuma omra shibe de fie ne peso ofa kwan bia so na enigi a na sa asumdua eni oman Ghana enya no omsey no.
As we speak today, Gold Board has not rendered its financials. Let's wait for the Gold Board to render its financials before we can say that this is a cost. But all what we are saying is that the operations of the Gold Board is for a purpose. Is the purpose of setting up the Gold Board is in progress. Look at the stability of the city now. You understand my point? Look at inflation, look at the city and the dollar relationship we have today. So we are achieving it. You see, MPP is intentionally making this news to render our economic gains useless. But Ghanaians know what is happening in this country. If you think you can use the forex to stabilize the macroeconomic indicators in the country, you should have done that. So if we are doing that, it's a plus to the government. And everybody is happy. We realize that the rating agencies, organizations are rating Ghana. I was with the IMF and the World Bank.
Yeah, to Kasiebo no so ani efi o my Ghana na edi ani epiemu e wa mahodro so ensemu. Yebesha asie ene eye UN eye Secretary General eyon munyamfo Antonio Wakasa edi ato abonsen so besre eye wiase nyina si ewura eye afufufuru me ye nto kwamenti me ho ase ene obehu na oman we ni oman fufuro di afesu behu na yesi abantungu akoso oman mo so besre seni eme we nyina yinjani wa fi 2025 mu na fi 2026 aye sha asie no yemfa eye odo ene nkabom nyina na se kroye ena ensha fi 2026 as what in some way to abontene abra wodini new year message to abontene de amawiase nyina.
Threat from shared human values.
As we enter the new year, the world stands at a crossroads. Chaos and uncertainty surround us, division, violence, climate breakdown, and systemic violations of international law. A retreat from the very principles that bind us together as a human family. People everywhere are asking, are leaders even listening? Are they ready to act? As we turn the page on a turbulent year, one fact speaks louder than words. Global military spending has soared to $2.7 trillion, growing by almost 10%. That is 13 times more than all development aid, equivalent to the entire gross domestic product of Africa. all while conflict rages at levels unseen since World War II. On this new year, let's resolve to get our priorities straight. A safer world begins by investing more in fighting poverty and less in fighting wars. Peace must prevail. It is clear the world has the resources to lift lives, heal the planet, and secure a future of peace and justice. In 2026, I call on leaders everywhere, get serious, choose people and planet over pain, and I urge everyone who hears this message, play your part. Our future...
14 years in year, and a National Museum, Libya, and Pennyforshire, Eto, a Punumusej, Mediano, and I say Museum World to Mukakran, and fear tonight in Yafe, and a Libya, and I say, and Pennyfor Libya, some sausage in a Sobeshe, will be a mamma for Bahabeshe when in his wadi.
For a country torn apart by conflict and a reminder of the country's long and shared history. Its collection spans more than 5,000 years. The National Museum is considered a cultural fortress, one of the largest existing collections in Libya, as it encompasses all the civilizations that Libya has experienced throughout history, from prehistoric times to the present. One of the museum's most famous exhibits is a tiny child mummy. More than 5,000 years old, it was found at the ancient site of One Mahujaj in southern Libya in the 1950s. There are also prehistoric stone tools and artifacts. All survived the years of war. To be honest, we took our precautions, and these pieces were hidden and preserved, and no theft or even attempted theft occurred inside the museum. To be transparent, even attempts didn't happen. The museum's collection includes many Greek and Roman statues, testament to the rich and complex history of the North African nation and the civilizations it emerged from. Today I visited the museum with my children. Thank God, after being closed for more than 14 years, the museum has reopened beautifully. And to be honest, I took this opportunity to teach the little ones about Libya's wonderful history. The atmosphere was very nice. Organisation was more than wonderful. We saw a collection of antique artifacts related to the Libyan resistance against Italian colonialism. Libya is still facing ongoing changes and enormous challenges. For a country torn apart by conflict and a reminder of the country's long and shared history. Its collection spans more than 5,000 years. The National Museum is considered a cultural fortress, one of the largest existing collections in Libya, as it encompasses all the civilizations that Libya has experienced throughout history, from prehistoric times to the present. One of the museum's most famous exhibits is a...
Adeshimai because I can camera who does some no Edia Mom near Guacopiemu, Ewogini, Ucopiemu, a Honma Fiti Afe 2021, and now going to go a course so Ewogini and a cement, Mwasia and a course for Honum. Adesha Honum Enya, Aquanian is Robertuaba, Edia Woman Penny our pay. Nothing in Yankupon Ayad, Mayana Quesiada, a chairmono, or Matua Bas, whom we your man Penina or more, a penny. Adeshe Wogini Akasa, so Mon Chain, Umuda Swawa Chim, say a year resource in Bebano, a young man Penina, or Minyano, no more vampires who say Penina or Bebano, or Baba Guaman Punzu Akosu Ewogini.
Political uncertainty.
He'll develop La Guinea.
I want him to develop Guinea because we won't choose someone who cannot move our country forward. But I hope that my candidate will move Guinea forward. After the election, what I want is that I hope that the party that will win will help us evolve the country so that our country can move forward in relation to the economy. Despite Guinea's vast natural resources, more than half of the population faces poverty and food insecurity. and half of the population faces poverty and food insecurity.
Channels one Mr. Kasiebo ye chegu e Facebook Live Ashanti Prime TV. YouTube Ashanti Prime TV and TikTok and say Ashanti Prime TV. We shall no comment or like and or share Eddie Amame. And some made the somo every work as a worker and said also ye near Dima Kutini Bini. Don't come on Rashibe Jeffrey when you're for Kojo upon Krum and Rashibe Jenny Edimo for say a year a ruby and a Gina don't come on Rashibe Jeffrey and name. Edin send to a bonton if I Ghana good board a home. Times now be PMO our Santa Montem has a conference teaching hospital penning for, and so the woman is ready at to penning for him. Ashanti Regional Minister Dr. Frank Amwako Hen studio for 2 stems strong, Echo Edima, Melbourne woman Ghana has the same way, and in some audio peer Canam de Verson was a prime, a real prime to break us. Me, I'm Japan, a baking kind, a Kasiebo Mamu, a bring an hour to you, Mushiam Yabon to the damages so. And the next now starts, my crowd will be an enemy at most in the year.